there we go. I know. Hello and welcome back to the couch. We saved you a seat. My name is Luke.
And I'm Emily. Hello. Tonight, it's a big night, y'all. First of all, first live. So bear with us.
That's it.
We're technologically novice.
Yeah.
But tonight we are doing chapters 63 through the end of A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas.
Yes, and if this is the first time that you have been with us, welcome. I have never read this sort of material before, and we're excited because we're getting ready to read the third one, but we're not there yet. This one here, she is the Smut Oracle, the person who has taken me on my guide through this, my first iteration of the Smut. So let us know what you think of this in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. I'm going to have some of the chat open. I think she's going to have some of the chat open also. So that would be dope. Also, we have memberships, $2 a month. It's really just like, hey, you guys are really awesome. Here's $2. That's about all it gets you. Also, there's Amazon links in there. You can buy other books that we've done / are doing. And if you already own those books, you can just use the Amazon link to buy other stuff. We recoup a little bit of a benefit from it. Thank you, Mom, for participating in that venture. Shout out, Ginny. So, without further ado, I am going to let the Smut Oracle recap what happened in the final 6 chapters of A Court of Mist and Fury.
All right, well, tonight we reach the finale where Mist and Fury stops playing nice and detonates everything. So hold on to your butts. Jurian stalls the group just long enough for the King of Hybern to strip their powers, shoot Azriel with an ash arrow, and reveal the ultimate betrayal. Tamlin and Lucian were in on it. Tamlin traded Feyre to Hybern in exchange for access to Prythian. Rhys's death, the bond being broken, and to really just seal the deal, he let Hybern kidnap her sisters. Don't worry, it gets worse. Cassian's wings were destroyed. Nesta and Elaine are thrown into the cauldron as proof of its power, and in the middle of absolute horror, Lucian announces that he is Elaine's mate. Sir, you have got to work on your timing. Then Feyre flips the script. She breaks the words, pretends that the bond is severed, claims Rhys controlled her mind, and begs Tamlin to take her home. The king breaks the bargain tattoo, chaos erupts, and the Night Court escapes with her sisters while Feyre goes back with the enemy. Chapter 68, we get a switch in POV for the first time. We see things from Rhysand's point of view, and we learn the truth. The mating bond was never broken. Feyre is actually High Lady of the Night Court. She chose all of this, and she is now a spy behind enemy lines with a direct line to Rhys. And she vows to burn Hybern down from the inside. So the book ends with Feyre walking back into the Spring Court, smiling sweetly as Tamlin unknowingly escorts the High Lady of the Night Court straight into his own territory. Luke, that was so much right at the end. So are you ready?
Yeah, listen, no one comes to the kitchen couch for the food. Let's hit it. I have a new favorite character. The King of Hybern is awesome. That dude is so cool. Like, there are lines in here that had me I almost texted them to you. I came so close. My favorite one, I had to bookmark it. Oh my gosh, did I bookmark it well enough? He says, oh no, yeah, I've got 2 now. He says, you are a very difficult female to get a hold of. Of course, we've also agreed that you'll work for me once you've returned home with your husband. But is it a husband to be or husband? I don't remember. It's so funny. Everything about him is hilarious. That guy is so funny. And then you've got Juria standing back there like Han Solo, just chilling. Like, I'm in it for the money. It's awesome. Awesome. Liz, why are you rolling your eyes? What are you doing here? Why are you rolling your eyes? He's awesome. He's so funny. And now we've got like 3 made women, maybe more after this chapter. I like how Nesta was like
5.
5. I like how Nesta was like, I will not be turned, and just it fought it like a wet cat.
A Hellcat.
Yeah, it was so awesome. It was so awesome. Nesta is awesome. We also had two super anime moments, which are pretty funny. And I don't always love the bad guys. I love just charisma. That just absolute, just like when Thor's like, all words are made up. It's one of those really funny moments from, and you're just like, oh yeah, you're right. Thor, all words are made up. I just love charisma. It's awesome. No, we've got
You like the Riz. You
I
like
do.
the Riz.
People, they're feeling themselves. It's a good time. We get two anime moments. Actually, we get three, but the two are when she kind of explodes with power. Feyre. She explodes with power.
Oh, for
twice.
sure. Yeah, for sure.
The first time with the white light to destroy all the wards, and then the time before to unleash some of her power before she gets kind of choked out again. And then there's the other anime moment is, we gotta say it, Lucian's in love, which is awesome. I had no idea that was about to happen. That was so cool. That was so cool. I was like, oh. It's like when you kind of find out that like your favorite character falls in love like in between the scenes, and they're not the main character, but we got to see this too. He's like, Elaine, this hot dumbass, I'm into her. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. Anyway, let's so Jurian. That was my take. What do you think of my take so far?
I mean, it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's exactly where I thought you were going to go. I know that you love the baddies. I'm not surprised that you're a fan of King Hybern. I was excited. He's just, you really love assholes. I guess that's why we're friends. But
no.
I thought it was, I was excited to see what you would think about Lucian, because we've both bemoaned like, oh, Lucian just needs to be happy. And I again hate to tell you when you're right. It's like my least favorite thing in the whole world. But do you not remember a few episodes ago when you just casually were like, you know, it wouldn't really surprise me if Tamlin just got all pissy and went to Hybern and was like, dude, I hate them all. I'll help you out. And my face, when you said that, I had to be like,
yeah, I'm moving you over here, Liz.
But also,
Jessica's over there. She's super happy today. Jessica's right over there. She's just no.
Oh my god.
She just started reading the first book. Kidding. Go ahead.
So I thought I was excited to see kind of like how that all played out right at the end of the chapter, for you to be like, Tamlin, what? I will say that is the moment when I kind of threw the book for the first time. When I was reading it the first time through, and at the end of that chapter, Tamlin and Lucian step out of the shadows, and I'm like, are you kidding me, you asshole? And I just like threw the book.
Yeah, I listen, I get it. I actually kind of, this is the first time I felt bad for Tamlin, is right here. Because like, he's letting his trauma kind of own his decision making rather than accepting what's happened and moving forward. And I hate that. And I feel bad for him, because like ultimately he's wrong, and ultimately his decisions are being made due to like environment and circumstance, has nothing to do with his personality or person, which sucks. But it does lead me to believe that there was a redemption arc here somewhere for some reason, for whatever reason. He might get killed after a sacrifice or something. I don't know. It's pretty standard kind of fiction. But yeah, Tamlin's just standing there and he's like, well, I love you. No, you don't. You don't know what love is, dog. And he doesn't. And that's kind of the problem here. I love that Lucian is immediately skeptical at the end. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning. So they're captured. Jurian's standing there. I'm sure he's decked out in some sort of regalia, and he's got a sword. Then they immediately shoot Azrael with the ash arrow with the poison. Interesting move. right? Wouldn't you think to shoot Cassian and not Azrael? I was like, okay, what are we doing here? It allowed Cassian some his other fate, right?
Mm-hmm,
If the
mm-hmm,
roles were reversed, I don't know that it would have hit as hard. If
mm-hmm.
Azrael gets the wings clipped, let's call it burned, singed, whatever. If the roles were, oh, by the way, when that magic happens and he's like, you might want to duck. It's like, they're like, oh shit, they jump. I'm gonna say it. I know it's vulgar, but hey, welcome to me. Um, there's a show called Dragon Ball Z, and there's an abridged version called Dragon Ball Z Abridged, which takes all the caricatures and amps them up, and it shortens the series from 200 and some odd episodes to 10 hours. And so they just clip it out and they make their mouth moves, they revoice everything. It's really well done, but a lot of the stuff they say is similar to what Mr. Hybrid says.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, he's like, you guys might want to duck because I'm about to turn left and I don't want to hit you with my dick. Like that's something this dude would say out loud. And I thought that shit was hilarious. I was just like, whew. I had to reread it because I was like, should I take this seriously? Because it feels serious, but it's kind of fun. Azrael gets shot, and then you find out that the king can use the poison, manipulate poison, like it can
Mm-hmm.
manipulate magic.
Mm-hmm.
Their magics are being slowly drained from them.
Yeah, they're like warded. So it's kind of like when they have. I mean, well, when Reese was shot out of the sky and they had those shackles that nullified all of his power. So they have that ability. And the King of Highburn. So I think some of the info that we get is like Amarantha stole his spell book so that she could be doing all of the crap that she did. And that wasn't even like the hard stuff. That was like the novice kind of spells.
Right.
And so Highburn is a much more advanced, much, I guess, I don't know if we want to call him like wizard or like warlock or whatever, but like he's much more advanced with magic
with
and
the magic
spells
than
the average person.
We find out in the last section, not the biggest and baddest thing on the planet. Just happens to be the baddest thing right here. Yeah, he's kind of crazy. Right. He's kind of awesome. He once again, I kind of love the guy. He's hilarious. Something she doesn't mention this. Feyre doesn't mention this. But I thought of it the entire time. They didn't get their weapons taken.
Right.
Because there's no fear.
Right.
Like, that should have been a clear signal of like, we're in deep shit because they didn't take our weapons. Like, we're in deep shit. Like,
I think that's why the king immediately took one of them out. Because it was like, he shot Azrael, and now he's like, okay, I have one of you now. So move against me, and he dies. So I think like they don't necessarily need their weapons because they don't want him to kill Azrael.
But even still, what if they don't know what the connection is? I mean, part of the whole backstab and everything with Valeris and the humans and Tamlin, all of that. By how mad is Tamlin that Valeris is a thing? They don't even go over that. I do want to hear that in the next book. I want that to be a thing that we talk about. Does he even know? Like, does he even know that part of the story? Was he in the room when they were discussing it? No, he wasn't. So he may not know about Valeris. I don't know. Anyway, there's just, they could have they don't know his connection, Reese's connection to Azrael. They have no idea until you find out that, Azrael is lauded as for his capability by the king.
He's a shadow singer.
I mean,
he's the only shadow singer around, so that's part of it, I think. Is that he is supposed to be able to infiltrate anywhere because he's this spy master and shadow singer, and that we find out is the reason why he couldn't figure out what was going on with the Mortal Queens. Yeah, because they've been in cahoots this whole time.
The Mortal Queens, bitches,
the worst.
And what do they want to be?
Immortal. Young and beautiful.
Yes, they do, and they killed their only friend who was young and beautiful. It's interesting, that whole plot line to me is like the plot line to just about all fantasy is how to become immortal, how to be recognized throughout time. I mean, even Star Wars, which is sci-fi fantasy, it's whatever. I mean, the Emperor from Star Wars reminds me of the King of Hybrid, the King Hybrid. Like the dialogue is so similar. It's actually hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're standing there. Azrael gets hit. She first unleashes her power because she's able to like commune with the block. She's like whispering sweet nothings into its ear, and the King of Hybrid's like, "Huh? How'd you do that?" Whatever.
She does that thing. She does that thing that she does, which is like, I am the power. I am you. You love me. Do what I say.
Yeah. Which, hey, love yourself. Love what you're capable of. I think that's actually a good message for everyone. Don't hate that you're capable. Love that you're capable. Don't fight your capacity. Love your capacity. I think, if you don't mind me using office and work speech in this moment, what's your capacity for this thing and the synergistic? Anyway, what's next? I am buzzing. So sorry. What's next after that?
No, you're great. So, we casually give. So in the very beginning, just because I have the top right up here, basically as soon as everything happens, Reese winnows in, and he's like, "Give me the damn book. Give me the fucking book right now."
Huge plot point. I forgot about that plot point until the end. Yeah, that was cool.
So he casually is just like, ba-doo, 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 and takes the book and hides it away. So we get that out of the way, and that's important later. So I just wanted to be sure that we said that. And as we get into all of that, okay, yes, great, all that happened. Oh, also, we realized that, so remember that, like, baldric that Tamlin was wearing the whole time? He's, like, got stuff full of knives? Yeah, Valyrian blades, the whole time.
Yeah.
Whole time. Because he and Reese used to be good friends.
I'm surprised
and he taught him how to fight.
I'm surprised she didn't notice that. Are you?
Yeah, well, I think she said something about it like a long time ago, but like when she sees it in real life again after the fact, it almost like pisses her off a little bit.
Yeah. Did you like how they described, going back a little bit, do you like how they described the king's fortress castle? It was like not what I thought. She was like, yeah, it's like eggshell on the walls, and it's
like bone. It's like made of bone.
Well, the castle's not made of bone, but it has that bone look. Like it looks like a skeleton. It's creepy. It's a different kind of creepy than the Under the Mountain Fortress that was made in regard to, or like the Court of Nightmares.
Right.
I like how she describes the king. Not especially handsome, kind of a normal looking thing. Which is interesting because everything else is described as either beautiful or more beautiful when describing Elaine and Nesta later in this section.
But she says...
Oh, thanks, Liz.
She says, yes, it is made of human. Thanks, Liz. She says, I knew him in my bones. Shoulder-length black hair, the ruddy skin. So ruddy skin, like not great. The clothes that edged more towards... practicality than finery. He was of surprisingly average height, muscled like a young man, but his face, which looked perhaps like a human man in his 40s, blandly handsome, to hide the depthless, hateful, black eyes that burned there.
Blandly handsome is what we're pulling off on this side of the camera.
Already talked about how you're an Aryan prince, so you can just shut up about
just
it.
Blandly handsome.
Get over it. You're just looking for a compliment. I shan't give it to you live on the internet.
I love the shan't. Not today. You know what I love is I had a conversation the other day with someone about the difference between sexy and hot, and like that there are like people that we know they're like, oh, they're sexy and they're not hot. And they're hot, but they're not sexy. Yeah, this dude isn't both. No. He's not. Like, Reese is equal parts sexy and hot, I think, in her eyes, at least. Tamlin, same deal, right?
In all of our eyes, excuse me.
I'm a more person. In fact, the person I was talking to in that conversation, I was like, I love more. And they were like, I fucking love Moore. Moore is the fucking G. She shows off a little bit in this section too. She does some cool shit.
We'll get to that in a second because I was like, where was that ability this whole time? Like, that's new. Okay, anyway. So then, like, more of his, they go upstairs because they get, like, captured in the basement. They go upstairs, and then we have this, like, little party where he brings out all of his courtesans and courtiers and all the things. So he's got, like, followers, and he wants to show off. So he brings all of them out. But it says their eyes were all dead. Empty. No furniture, no art, as if the castle were the skeleton of some mighty creature. So it's like, it's so weird. They're just, the whole dynamic is weird and unlike anything that we've really experienced thus far.
Yeah.
Stop smizing.
I'm doing this dead eye thing.
See, I thought you were trying to smize. It doesn't even work. So
this is smizing.
No, it's not. No,
okay.
It's not.
Keep going.
Okay. So anyway, so that's what happened. And then we have Lucian Tamlin come inside. So they made a bargain. And the bargain is, it just keeps going. So the bargain is originally, we made a bargain. I give you over, and he agrees to let my forces enter Prithian through his territory. And then we use it as a base to remove the wall. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. That's the bargain that he made with Tamlin. But it just keeps going. So if that were not enough, then it says, of course, we've also agreed that you'll work for me once you've been returned home to your husband, which that was like the part that you loved.
But I just liked how he delivered it. Your husband,
right?
Your kind of husband. How? What is it? Like, he's just like,
wait, what are we calling him now? What is he?
You disorganized prick. What are we doing here?
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing about that is the immediate version of the immediate difference between, like, we just had in the two chapters before, Rhysand, who's like, it's always your choice. You choose every day, all the time. And then Tamlin's back involved, and immediate's like, we already decided that you're going to work for me. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you don't have a choice, little girl. And it's like, oh, we're back in the bullshit.
Yeah.
Here we are, back in the bullshit.
Right.
So that happens. And then that's still not enough. Because you would think that's enough of the bargain. No, we're still going. So now Jurian wanted the High Lord of the Night Court dead, and to learn who all his friends were, because it annoyed him that in the 50 years that he was trapped under the mountain, he could never figure out who all of his buds were. And so Jurian's like, I want him dead, but also to satisfy my morbid curiosity, I want to know who all of his friends are. So that's kind of how that pops out. And we're like, okay, that should be enough, right? No, it's still not enough. Because now we also have to break the bond as well. Mm-hmm. We need Rhysand. We need to know who all his friends are. We also need the bond broken because we can't have her going off to visit Rhysand while she's married to Timmy Tam. So we have to break that. And I feel like there's like one other thing as well.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there is. I'm pretty sure he's like, oh, that's it. And he's like, nah, we're going to do one more just for fun.
Yeah. It's like constant different things. So it's like, really, come on. So it just builds from like, oh, this is bad to, this is getting really, then that's it. The mortal queens come in, and their part of that he promised them was, we want to know that we can live forever and be beautiful, and in which case can't just be proven by the fact that Jurian's been brought back, and it can't just be proven because Feyre has also been made. We need a live demo that it's going to be safe for us to do it. So we figure out that Ianthe,
your girl, not my girl.
Not my girl.
Whoa.
No, not my girl, not me. But Ianthe is the one that's like, I think Feyre would really like if all of her sisters were also immortal because I'm doing it for her, right? It's like,
why not?
The worst. We're doing it for her, and we'd really like if she would love it if her sisters were also immortal. Also, her sisters are definitely strong-willed enough to survive the cauldron. It's fine.
Yeah, They literally took the plot at the end of Empire Strikes Back and just rewrote it to be this. Let me explain. Darth Vader keeps changing the deal with Lando. Even then, Lando's like, they got to be changing this deal the entire time. He says that, and he's like, and Darth Vader literally says, pray I do not change the deal any further. And then he uses Han Solo, who they were going to not use for Han Solo, who was going to go with to use for the carbonite to trap Luke. It's literally the same shit. They just rewrote Empire Strikes Back and did the exact same strategy and put it in this book, and I love it. I love it.
To be clear, you love it.
It's the greatest Star Wars movie of all time, and maybe the greatest fantasy sci-fi movie of all time. So good choice. If you go to steal, steal right. Yes, this deal was crazy. I love how Feyre later comes up with like, "Oh, I've got a deal for you," and they're like, "All right."
And then Reese is the same way. He's like, if we're just like giving out all the bargains, let's all just try.
Let's just try bargains. There is the other part of the deal that I think you missed was that the king of Hybern was like, yeah, I don't want to go into the continent. Like, that's all you guys. I'll stay on my little island. It's like, bitch, what? He's not going to do that. Like, he's not going to just stay here. What are you talking about, you weirdos? Yeah, humans aren't looking good in this story at all.
No,
we got bad representatives.
But also, Timmy Tam, same way. Like, Tamlin's like, this wasn't part of it. It's like, you made a deal with the devil, my dude. Like, what did you expect? You just thought everything would be fine?
Yeah. No, everything is fine. Tamlin is so hurt.
Let's get out his fiddle and play the smallest, tiniest little fiddle.
Did he suck so bad? He sucks so bad. Tamlin sucks. Lucian doesn't suck, but I want to get to Lucian in a minute because we got to talk about more again. So why does the king release such power? I cannot remember off the life of me why this happened and why they were like, watch out. And that's when Cassian's wings get burned. And they call it a bright white light. So it's not like Reese. It's actually much different. And then Feyre does the exact same thing pages later. I'm trying to find it real quick.
Yeah, me too, actually. It's after the sisters get brought in. And then what? High priestess, blah, blah, blah. Sold us out. Oh, okay, here we go. Sold out or saved from the shackles of mortal death. Ianthe suggested, blah, blah, blah. My heart stopped. Don't you? The king cut me off. I would suggest bracing yourselves. Then hell exploded in the hall. Power, white and unending and hideous, barreled into us. All I knew was Rasan's body covering mine as if we were all thrown to the floor. The shout of pain as he took the brunt of the king's power. Cassian twisted, wings flaring wide as he shielded Azrael. His wings, Cassian's scream as his wings shredded under talons of pure magic was the most horrific sound I'd ever heard. More surged for him, but too late. So, yes, it was this bright white light that came from the King of Hybern.
Yeah, but why did he do it? Does he just like...
Doesn't really say.
Flex. Let me show you what real power is.
And it's like, it kind of comes out of nowhere as well, because they're talking about everything. I mean, fairly calmly. I mean, they're upset and being like, what? You? But it kind of goes from like that to, all of a sudden I'm about to like, it's almost like he's like about to like brace everyone for a large fart. And then he just like kills everyone. It's insane. What? He literally is like, I would suggest bracing yourselves. And then he just like erupts. What is that? What is that about?
What it sounds like to me is, based on what the content of these books, is he was excited about the concept of conflict and cunning, and he got so excited that he couldn't help himself and he just exploded white
Listen.
all over everyone. And his way of telling people this is, go ahead and say it one more time. You might want to duck. Is that what he said?
No, he says, I would suggest bracing yourself.
That's probably not the first time the King of Hybern has said those words unironically.
Bless.
I would say, I suggest that you brace yourselves, and then everyone's just on the ground and he's just shining. I'm thinking that's what happened, and I gotta give him props because it's tough to rebound after such a display as someone who has displayed before.
Luke.
What's up?
Dude.
Whoa, what?
It's like I can't with you.
You called it a fart. You called it a fart.
I did.
I just took it up one notch.
I mean, honestly, I will say that is one of my favorite micro tropes, but not in that way. Not in that way.
It was so powerful. Cassian's wings were destroyed.
No. No.
Thank you for laughing, Liz. We love it. Thank you, Liz. Shout out, Liz. Liz, Jessica laughed. No. Or Jessica, Liz laughed. I said it backward. They're best friends now, apparently.
They actually are best friends, Luke. You have no idea.
So, you're best friends with a Nesta. You're best friends with a Nesta. Just saying it out loud.
No, that's not true. Okay, so all of that happens.
No, Jessica is Nesta. Come on. What are we doing? Anywho, all that happens. The guy explodes with awesome power. Maybe like a fart. Maybe like something else.
And then more steps up. So she she says more on her knees beside Cassian, hurtle for the king with a cry of pure wrath. He sent a punch of power to her. She dodged, a knife angled in her hand, and then Azriel cried out in pain and she freezes.
Right.
So again, to control. Stopped a foot from the throne, her knife clattering to the floor. The king rose and says, "What a mighty queen you are." More backed away. "What a prize," he said.
Agreed.
And then Azriel's like, "Don't touch her." Oh, Azriel's the best. Anyway, so we try. Everything's not looking good for the home team. Like it keeps getting worse, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It is getting worse. And then again, everything's happening. And the king again says, "Please refrain." Like he just has some of the best lines. Honestly.
He's like, "Please refrain."
Please refrain from getting any stupid ideas.
I love that he's more long game than Amarantha and funnier. Like I don't imagine he's in much of the first part of the next book, and I'm sad about it. I don't think he's just strolling through Prythia and just hanging out. And I'm really sad about it. Hope so. Listen, so more attacks. This is when we start getting the Nesta and Elaine start popping into the cauldron, right?
Because they're like, do the pretty one first.
It's gonna rain. That's the only thing I can think about. It's funny that when she gets out and she's struggling or whatever, but when she gets out, immediately Lucian's like, "She's mine.
You're my mate."
Like the moment she gets out, not beforehand, not when she's a human, but the moment her soul changes to an immortal, he's like, and she's hotter for some reason. He's like, "Oh, she's hot. She's hot." I thought that was kind of gross, to be frank with you. I was like, ew.
It's the worst, actually. I have, this is one of those times where I've got the best memes now for you. And unfortunately, I can't just send it to you. So I'm going to just show it to you on my phone. But this is my favorite meme.
Wait. Oh, yes, there is going to be, "You're my mate." I even forgot about that one. The Luciane.
Lucy, yeah, Luciane.
Elshin. Alishin, I think maybe. I don't know. I feel like that's illustrated on Twitter all over the place,
Yeah.
on Reddit and Twitter. Don't you think so?
Mm.
Like them together as a couple. I'm sure there's just images on top of images of like our favorite secondary character couple, because we haven't seen Cassie and Inesta, yet. So
You think they're gonna? You think they're gonna
now
be like a thing?
maybe, I don't know. He's like just manly enough for her. He's like
Mm.
the most manly character in in this book. So, um, like he makes toxic masculinity normal. He like turns it on its head and makes it like okay. He's like, oh, I'm just a dude.
What?
Like I'm not like he's
What
not
do
a
you
shield.
mean?
Like he's overtly masculine. He's written overtly masculine without being
Oh,
toxic. That's what I'm trying to
oh
say.
yeah, that's true for sure.
Like
Yes, yes, yes.
like it's
I'm
like
glad.
it's
I'm
like
glad you
oh,
rephrased.
it's like, oh, you can be overtly masculine without being toxic. Like that's a thing we can be,
Yeah.
because like currently it's like if you're even close to that caricature, it's like, ew, you're toxic. It's like, no, dude, I'm just a dude.
Right.
I'm a very honorable, smart, and good fighter. Uh oh, Liz gave me it. No, I'm curious to see
No,
how much further behind she is to us.
I have it up so I can tell you when you were talking about
Oh, you got that
Cassie.
one.
Yeah. When you were talking about it was because you were talking about Cassie and being toxically masculine. She's like, no. And that's when I was like, rephrase.
No, he's not. No, he's
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
No, you did it.
Right.
You did it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine.
He's not. He's not
Yeah.
toxic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
All
seen it.
good.
Tamlin is toxic masculine, but yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
1,000%.
for
The
sure.
worst.
Um,
So let's
so-
go with. Go ahead.
I was just going to jump back to the Nesta got shoved in because they were like, we're not sure if it still works. So put that bitch in.
Let's try it one more time. Let's put the Hellcat in next. Now, this, I'm not a Nesta girly, okay? I will say I'm gaining respect for her on this reread, unlike anything I've ever experienced before, but I'm not a Nesta girly.
Yeah.
But this, I love. I love that the finger point of death is like maybe my favorite thing about this part. So they go to like put her into the cauldron and she fights the whole way. It takes like 2 or 3 different dudes to push her all the way in. And she just gives the King of Hybern this like death glare. And then literally like all you see out the top of the cauldron is like her finger pointing at him like, I am coming after you.
Yeah. You're the, like
you're dead.
It's
I
me.
got you.
No,
Yeah.
it's me. If your eyes are closed,
Mhm.
no, it's me. It's me who did it. Yeah.
Mhm.
That was actually awesome.
Isn't it?
Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
This is a dog. She's a dog. Let's not forget about Nesta being an absolute weapon. Then she comes out and she's hotter and cooler and whatever. But she
But she's different.
different. Yeah,
Mhm.
she different. And it's weird that you like that the cauldron spit out Elaine just like, oh, you're a regular high fae. Nice work. But Elaine comes out and she's like, it's gonna rain in other places too.
There's a 30% chance it's already raining.
It's gonna snow in DC on Saturday afternoon. Because it is. The like 15 inches. Hey-o! The never mind. I'm watching the replay on my other screen. I just saw you touch it. It's so funny to me. So sorry. Hello. So she comes out different, and you're like, oh, how different is different? Because we have 3 made people. We have old girl who's off on an island chilling with her people and her boyfriend and his people. We've got Amryn, who's weird, and then we've got Feyre, weird. And so they're all different made types, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now we have Nesta, who is a different made type, also Elaine. But Elaine, I guess, is just, oh, you're a generic high fae who can tell the weather. So, don't know what that means. Excited to know what that means. Maybe.
Well, you have a whole other couple books for you to know what it means. So
maybe I'm interested to see if she's unique to anything we've seen in this story so far.
What do you mean?
Well, like Feyre gained the powers of all the other High Lords. Amryn is some sort of Grim Reaper, Death God, Shinigami thing. This other maid thing is essentially a half-breed plus some. I'm interested to see if we've seen if Nessa's particular kind of maid is different.
I mean, it's set up pretty well for that.
Like if she's gonna grow Illyrian wings and be like one half Illyrian, like Reese is, then be able to fly and shit. I don't know. I'm interested.
Yeah, I think the book says the text. We'll consult the text.
On chapter 30 and 64, page 600 and anyway, go ahead.
Turn to 684.
Turn to 684.
So it says, as if the cauldron in making her had been forced to give more than it wanted, as if Nesta had fought even after she went under and had decided that if she was to be dragged into hell, she was taking that cauldron with her.
Yeah, it feels like her rage for the king is giving her the capability to kill the king. Like that feels like what the cauldron does. And in fact, if we're talking about like a religious relic similar to the cup that Jesus drank from and our other religious relics, the spear of destiny, whatever, this feels like the same shit. The same shit. Right. So they're both made. And they're both just standing there in their nightgowns, chilling, probably cold.
Cold.
And Lucian's like, my baby.
Oh, but I love her.
She's my mate.
We're mates. Ugh. And then
Nessa's
like, no. She's like, immediately no. Immediately no.
I want to know how long
Nessa
was in the cauldron.
Good point.
What do you mean? Wasn't it just like
how long did it take? And it also says that basically like they're talking about how it lasted. It says water. Okay, 1 second. So water lapped for a moment. The surface went flat. Then homegirl vomited on the floor. The guards at least let Rasan kneel beside me in the growing pool of Cassian's blood, let him tuck me in as the cauldron again tilted, water poured forth, Lucian hoisting Elaine in his arms out of the way, and then Nesta was sprawled upon the stones. So it did seem that it took like a little bit longer, but to Liz's point, she says time may pass differently inside the cauldron.
Yeah.
And that might be true because we don't really know what either of their experiences are or were.
Right. Interested to see what happens.
We're almost always in
the dark.
Feyre's point of view.
Right.
Until we're not in a minute. So, anyway, he's like, you're my mate. And Nessa's like, immediately, no, that's not happening. And then we're trying to figure out what's going on. So Reese steps up and he's like, all right, time to let the big dog eat. He steps up and he's like, well, since you're so into making bargains, I'll make one of my own. And Feyre's like, no, nope, no. He's going to do the thing that he does. He's going to do that thing that he does, which is sacrifice himself. Like, sorry to be back to Harry Potter yet again, but like, yeah, he's going to sacrifice himself. So.
No, you're not.
No. That's like one of my favorite things.
He's going to sacrifice himself.
He's going to sacrifice himself. No, you mustn't. Okay, anyway. Back to.
Do you want to go down the little steep or not?
Not me, not Hermione. You. Sorry.
It's so
okay.
fucking, it's
We're
so
done.
funny.
We got it out of our system.
It's
We're done.
so funny.
But
like anyway. 3 people just left. All right. They did not know what they were coming in for.
No, they did not. It's fine. So, anyway, he's like, I'm gonna make a bargain with the king, and she's like, oh hell to the no! I am so tired of this dude always having to sacrifice himself. We're not doing it. So she steps up and she's like, all right, hold on, it's time for me to win my Academy Award. And she decides what she's going to do is act the hell out of it. She's going to act as though, first of all, she like reaches out with her bright white light and breaks the ward. And she's like, I hope no one noticed that. While everyone's staring at my lovely acting ability. And then she all of a sudden is like, wink, wink. What? Oh, I just woke up. What happened? What did you do to me? Tamlin? Hi, what happened? And Tamlin fucking eats that shit for dinner.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
Lucy's like, I think it was a little bit overdone, actually.
Maybe.
The King of Hybern's like,
all right.
at least it's entertaining.
Yeah. That buddy.
But Tamlin's like,
the King of. So first off, we got to admit the King of Hybern is long game all the time. Like, it's so funny because like this reminds me as a sports fan, when owners of like teams of like football teams or whatever like make decisions, they're like, I'm going to own this team for another 25 years. I don't care. I don't care. Like, I can actually just do whatever I want, and I'm going to make billions with a B. So I know that it's what have you done for me lately below me, but I can do what the fuck I want. And it's very similar. And he's just like, oh, yeah, but I might just decide to kill her tomorrow. And that doesn't matter to me. Whatever. Like,
he's like, I'm just here to watch it play out.
Like I said, them not taking their weapons is hilarious. That should have been a massive sign. It's like, boy, this cat did not take our weapons. He is not scared at all. Jesus Christ. No. Oh, they also describe the characters within the castle as not all of them high fae, but something else. And I think that's kind of awesome. Going back to her being like, oh, Tamlin, take me home. Take me home or I'll be locked away in love with you again. Mm-hmm. And then that's when the bond begins to be broken by...
She's like, oh, now I will say, because like the first time that I read this, I'm not going to lie, I cried.
What?
I'm just like, I cried during this scene because like I just want them to be happy. I just want them to get to be happy, and they don't get to be happy. They had one night before this.
I had like a day and a half in a cabin.
Okay, fine. But like...
and they like banged off and on throughout the story since then.
Yes. But
and
like...
she also killed the adder and he appreciated it.
Yes. But I mean like as officially mated in the ceremony, and she's like High Lady of the Night Court. Spoiler alert, we're going to talk about it in a second. They get one night. They get like one night together in that like honeymoon.
Yeah. I was not sad about it. I'm like, they know what they're doing. I'm good with it.
So as it's happening, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of upset about it because also like you can't tell from this that Rhys knows what's going on.
Oh, you just assume. Same page. We got it.
I mean, but also...
Well, he does the thing where he puts...
Fine?
He does the thing. He does the thing.
Yes, he puts his hands in his pocket. Oh my god. You in the sweatpants, you're going for it.
He does the thing. He puts his hands in his pocket like, oh, you fell for my trick.
I know.
But then the rest of the time, he's like, please.
I know, but like he genuinely is like reacting not well. So I think like I think he was on board, and we could tell he was on board because of that, as far as the like, you know, pretending that everything's fine. But you don't.
No, you don't, Luke.
You too smart. Because it's true. This whole time you've been obnoxious. Yeah, Liz and I have been having an offline conversation about how obnoxious it is.
About what?
Because sometimes you know things before you should know things.
What are you talking about?
It's your... Oh, by the way, I don't think we announced it to the entire internet. So internet, the problem with Luke, the reason why he is the way that he is.
Whoa, there's a lot of problems with Luke. Let's not just pin it down to one, okay?
Listen, going to the most important one, which is he is a 5 wing 4 on the Enneagram. So that is the problem. The problem is he's a 5 wing 4 and he just notices things that he shouldn't be noticing, and he puts things together quicker than most people. So he's just annoying like that. That's just part of it.
So what did I notice that she's saying you too smart?
I don't remember what you were talking about. I don't remember. So, we'll just have to move on from there.
Okay.
But I didn't know at the time that he knew. I knew that they were like playing off of each other when he's like, here we are, we're going to do that. But we did not know when she says break the bond and they both like are in immense pain that they weren't actually breaking the bond.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I super knew. I was like, well, they love each other. Like, they'll figure it out. I was like, this would be like, it's kind of like illusions and people who fall for illusions, but the illusion goes away and they're still in that mindset. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like remembering a dream and feeling like it's real for days on end when it's like that.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you're not late for the school bus because it's Saturday and you're an adult. Like, it's kind of like that. It's like, yeah, like, buddy, like they love each other. Who cares? Like, break the bond. Who gives a fuck? Like, she's going to find that dude. She is a resolute lady. This won't happen. So breaking some generic bond that like
it wasn't a generic bond. It's the mating bond. It's the most important thing in the whole, like,
it's generic because they all have it. I use generic right there.
Okay. Here's the thing.
It's not Walmart.
Here's the thing. Stop.
It's not Walmart.
Here's the thing. Yes, it is incredibly rare, and it might not seem it's incredibly rare because in these chapters, it's like you get a mate, and you get a mate, and you get a mate. Everyone gets mates. But usually it actually is pretty rare.
You know why it's rare? Because it's the Force. And we'll talk about that later. It's essentially a star-crossed lover situation that sets up the universe to continue going in the way that it does because we have to continue to worship the cauldron, and the cauldron is actually the bad guy. Did it. All right. Let's move on.
So we beg to break the bond, to go home, blah, blah, blah. And this whole time she's like, oh, please get my sisters out. Like, let's be done with this. So he does it. Yeah. He breaks the bond. He takes off the glove. The awesome hand tattoo that I'm obsessed with is gone.
Awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, no doubt.
It's gone. And everyone kind of like understands. So like she's like looking at them all like she hates them, but really she's just like, I love you guys. I'm so sorry. Bye. Please keep my sister safe. And that's kind of the end of that. So let's see. We do that. Bond snaps. We're in 67. She faints because, again, horribly pain, all the things.
Obviously.
And then no tattoo. Everything feels wrong. And they leave and winnow out. I think that's the end of that.
That is the end of that.
Sister slam Lucian into... Yep. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else important. And then they were gone. Yeah. So that was the end of that. So then Lucian is like, but where'd they go though? Like he's immediately like, oh, we have to get her back because that mating bond is like chafing him pretty hard.
Yeah.
But Tamlin's just like, no, we're going to ignore him. He's like, we're ready to go home. And the king's like, where'd that book go though? I need that book. I thought you had it, girl. Like, can you hand me the book now? And she's like, that's not my fault. You're an idiot. Okay. I mean, just kidding. I don't know what you're talking about. What book? I don't. It's like, she can't decide to like hold to be true to the bit or not. Cause she's like constantly in and out of like, I fucking hate you. Oh, I mean, just kidding. I was brainwashed to say that.
Every time they look away, she's like, oh, fucking do it. God damn. They look back at her. She's like,
doe-eyed, hilarious. So then the queens are like, okay, but I would like to be young and beautiful now, so can we get back to me, like back to us?
kind of love that part actually. I was like, hell yeah, queens. Like, you're the worst, but I get it.
They're the worst.
I get it.
And also, I legit forgot they were there. So
Me too. Me too. It's so
totally
good.
forgot they were there.
It's so good. They literally saw some of the most horrific shit they'll ever see in their entire lives, and they're back to like, so it worked. Let's move on. Let's
Okay,
get back
got it.
to the plot.
It worked. So can we please?
I love
Back
that
to what's
the queens are like, we're the main character of a court of whatever and whomever. Let's just move on with the plot,
It's like,
please.
I'm sorry, we don't actually have names that you're aware of, but can we
The king of hybrids like, all right, green queen, come up here. Jump into that cauldron.
like
And
they're like non-playable characters, but they're like, can we please be beautiful now, like back to me?
They have negative value. They slow the story down.
Yeah,
but they're also hilarious because they're like, that was horrific. But can we get back to the plot, which is me?
Man, that was like, I'm gonna have a bad dream about that, but at least I'll be pretty.
Yeah. I can't wait to be able to run like Lucian and strong like Tamlin and transform like whatever. Actually, doesn't matter. They may not get powers, right?
No.
I mean, Nessa has powers, but Elaine doesn't. Elaine doesn't. She's just a generic.
They're just immortal. Yeah, they're just mortal. So then, like, Jurian's like fucking with Lucian. He's like, well, you know what those Illyrian bastards do to pretty females? You won't have a mate left, at least not one that's useful to you in any way. And then, like, Lucian's like about to go after that MFer, and Feyre's like, you can go to hell, you hideous prick. And she's like, yeah. I mean, I don't know what you're I mean, maybe you should be. That is my sister. I am worried.
Yeah, I mean, she is so good though. Yeah, dude, it's so funny.
It's ridiculous. And then she says to like Lucy real quiet, like, we'll get her back. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then he's like, Sam was like, say what? And she's like, I said, take me home. That's what I said that.
Yeah, I want to go back to the house in the gravel driveway.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he's like, well, where is it? The book that you were supposed to be like giving to me. I could feel it in here. And she's like, your mistake. Bye. And then they leave.
Yeah.
So that's that. Chapter 68. What did you think when you see chapter 68 Rysand? Because it's like all of a sudden we jump POVs. That's never happened before.
It actually threw me off a little bit. I don't know if that was intentional. It for sure had that effect. Yeah, I mean, it mirrors conversation. He gets back, Amren's there, blah, blah, blah. It mirrors conversations that we've seen before where Feyre's like, I just don't know where his head's at or whatever. And he's like, I don't know where her head was at, but hell, we got time. She bought us time. So we're going to figure it out. And then the final line is hilarious. What are you going to do now? War. It's like, so it was whatever. It's a good bookend chapter for that group. Like,
yeah. So in this chapter, we see your girl. We see more with some power that we've never really seen her have before.
Well, no, Amren heals a little bit too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, no, that's more, isn't it?
She does do healing, but Amren does a little bit of healing.
Wait, Amren said again, pressing a hand to Cassian's ravaged back. I knew she didn't mean... Okay. She dropped to the floor before Azrael. Her blood. My cousin appeared. That's more. Okay. Her blood soaked hands. Okay. She shoved her fingers through the wound, light flaring as her power knit bone and flesh and vein together. So Moore has healing power. We've not seen or known about this yet. Oh. We have known that she had like power of truth. We know that she's an absolute dog.
Yeah.
But we've never seen healing powers from her before. So this is new. And it's also something that I totally forgot that she could do. So there's that. But Amren's like, where is she though? So they have to go through the whole story again. Here's everything that happened, which is kind of nice because honestly, so much happens in that.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're good. So much happens in that.
Okay. So much happens in that.
It's nice that there's a little bit of a recap.
It is nice that there's kind of a recap. So you're like, wait, is that everything? Did everything happen the way I thought? Yes. Reading comprehension still on point. Okay.
Actually, yes. It's it is important to know that, like, because we did kind of just skip over it. There's a tattoo on her right hand now that represents the bond that the High King, the King of Hybern, was like. He thought he separate. He didn't. He destroyed one, leaving the other.
Yeah, we definitely didn't skip over it. I was getting right to it because it was highlighted for me because it's so good. Because he says, she is my mate and my spy. And she is the High Lady of the Night Court. None of them knew, including Moore. Moore's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And he says if they'd removed her other glove, they would have seen a second tattoo on her right arm, the twin to the other, inked last night when we crept out, found a priestess, and I swore her in as my High Lady. And Amren's like, not your consort? And he's like, not consort, not wife. Feyre is High Lady of the Night Court, my equal in every way. She would wear my crown, sit on a throne beside mine, never sidelined, never designated to breeding or parties and child rearing, my queen.
Awesome. Actually, awesome
everything
moment for me.
She deserves.
It was an awesome moment for me. Like, I was like, okay. Now, does she deserve it? I don't know. But
what? What do you mean?
Well, she's like 20 years old, doesn't know anything about the world. Like, what are we, like, you know, are there other more deserving parties as the High Queen? Maybe. We don't know enough about the universe yet. But yeah, sure.
I just go back to what the serial says, which is you are his equal. You mean, and if he's the most powerful.
You mean the author of the book? Hold on, I got to ask Liz, do you agree with me that the serial is just the author of the book, and that when every time Feyre summons her or summons it, it's like, what should I do here? And the author's like, look, I'll give you the plot, and just hands the plot to, please help me here. I'm gonna wait for this response while I wait. Kitchen couch.
Yeah, she is the most powerful now. Yep, so she's catching up.
Yeah.
She'll be there soon. But literally, the serial or the author or whoever you want to say, whatever you want to say, the serial tells her she and him are perfect. They're matched in every way. I think. So why would she not deserve it?
I don't deserve it, and me agreeing to it are not the same thing.
I hear you, but no.
Liz, you are disallowed on the kitchen couch.
No,
I'm kidding. I hear you, but no. We're not having that discourse on the kitchen couch.
Listen, you could read Throne of Glass, and then we could talk about who the serial really is, but it's fine.
No, I think, is it deserving? Maybe, but she is his mate. And she did protect the city, and she chose to, regardless of her own safety. And that honor is left to very few. And having that honor, plus being his mate and being as powerful as she is, yeah, why not? Why not be the High Lady? Why not do that? It makes sense. Now, I don't think that she's going to just show up in the Court of Nightmares tomorrow.
That was about her being banished. She's like, I'm the only commenting, so...
We would do this without you. Don't think we wouldn't do this without you. We did this without you a bunch of times. No, Liz, you're
not really.
I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm just going to... If anyone watches this back, they're just going to see all of your comments and be like...
Listen.
What a fan. You're the best, Liz. Thank you.
Also, this is Liz as of the Liz fame that we've talked about many episodes.
Wait, 4 or 5 over here doesn't pick up on that immediately?
No, I was telling the internet. Shut up, Luke.
See? We all catch
The
strays.
worst.
Liz, we all catch strays. We all catch strays. I caught a stray.
Oh,
Shut up,
God.
man. We all catch
The
strays.
worst.
Welcome to
You're
the
the
couch.
worst.
Welcome to the kitchen couch.
No one likes you. Okay, so
Start
back
calling
to
myself
Rasand.
4-5 or 5-4. That's
5-4, 5-4. Okay, back to the most important thing, which is Rasand in this moment. So Moore is pissed.
yeah.
Moore's pissed. She says, "You mean to tell me that my high lady is now surrounded by our enemies?" And Rasand, he says, "I mean to tell you that your high lady made a sacrifice for her court, and we will move when the time is right."
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's so sexy. God, it's sexy that he just believes that she's competent and can handle it and be good. Like, this is the shit that women are begging and dying for. We're like, yes, just let her do her damn job. Just back her up.
You got her. You got it. Just pay attention. Be empathetic. Be understanding. And you got it.
Yep. And he does that beautifully. That's why everyone loves Rasand. I love him. Well, I shouldn't say everyone because some people actually dislike him. But that's why I love him. That's why I'm Team Rasand.
He's pretty okay. I like him. I like him a lot. He's not as
I'm a big fan.
He's not as awesome as, the King of Hybrid, Dan Miranda. And then Jurian's growing on me because my fucker was just leaning on the wall watching all this happen like, how weird. Today is a weird day. Like, he's just chilling. It's kind of awesome. He's like, I'm going to make this deal with you. I just want to know one thing and we're good. And they're like, all right, it's those 4 clowns. All right, cool, thanks. Why are you shaking your head?
It's just like, it's because like you and the villains of the story. Like, I
love Moore too. Moore's my favorite character. Let's not get weird about it. She's my favorite character.
All right, we'll give you that one. So,
and Feyre's grown on me a lot. Like a lot.
That's good. Last chapter of the book. We end on 69. Giggity giggity. So,
do you want to just lay head to foot? Okay. Yes. 69. We have them landing back on the Feyre, landing back on the gravel driveway.
In our normal POV, because it's kind of weird to be in somebody else's mind for a minute. But here we are. We're back at the spring court. And she's like, "Oh God, I forgot how much it sucked here." She immediately is like, regret.
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh God, I forgot. This is awful."
It does remind me, like, when people are like, "Hey, do you ever want to move back home?" And I'm like, no. No. That sounds awful. Shout out Hendersonville. Shout out Asheville. And I thought I'd never see it again. I love it, but she smiles and she's just like, I thought I'd never see it again.
A pretty rose-covered prison.
And then Tamlin says the creepiest line literally next. I thought you would never either.
Gross.
It's like bathing in dirty water.
Gross. He's the worst. Anyway.
The worst.
So that happens. And then Lucian's immediately like, "Oh yeah, well then how'd you do it? If you broke free of his control, then like, how'd you do it then?" And she's like, "It just felt so weird. Like all of a sudden when I saw you, I was just like, I knew that you were there. And then I just started trying to like swim to you and get to you in my mind. And then I somehow did it." And it's like the most unbelievable weak ass story that she could have ever spun at all. And Tamlin's like, star, like hard eyes. Like, yeah, that's right, baby. That's right. You did it. I'm here.
Oh, sweetie.
I'm here. You did it.
Oh, sweetie. We got you. I mean, she says, I wanted it. I don't know how. I just wanted to break free from him. So I did. It's like,
he's the most powerful High Lord in existence. But somehow your love, your weak ass love and your fiddle playing.
Oh, yeah. But he's like, devil went down to Georgia. She just got really hammered and drunk all night or danced all night. But I looked up at Tamlin and brushed my hand over his mouth, my bare, empty skin. You're real, I said. You freed me.
I mean, but also, again, I say, on a performance, we're gonna give it like a 4 out of 10. But Tamlin's like, you freed yourself, baby girl. And that line just makes me want to like vomit. He's disgusting.
Actually, he's not wrong. But he's like, that's not something he would have said before.
She did free herself from
him. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I meant. But at least he wasn't like, you're right. It was my presence. Right. Which is what he would have said before.
You're welcome.
He's like, but you freed me. Ha! You're right. You're welcome.
But he's like, I need to find Ianthe. We got to make some things very clear. Not like, actually, Ianthe is the worst and clearly cannot be trusted, and we need to like kill her now. He's like, we need to have a talk because I'm not quite so sure I liked everything I heard there. And like, that's not leadership, man.
No.
Like, what are you doing?
And then she says, I want to be part of it this time. No more shutting me out. No more guards, please. I have so much to tell you about them, bits and pieces, but I can help. We can get my sisters back. Let me help. And Tamlin's like,
yeah, help lead you in the wrong direction, help bring you in your court to your knees, take down Jurian and those conniving traitorous queens, and tear Ianthe into tiny, tiny pieces, and bury them in a pit so no one can find them.
All right, so I guess we're okay. We're at the end here. Mm-hmm. So just going to say it. I'm like 40, 60. 40 being that I think this is going to happen, 60 that I think it's not going to happen. That Tamlin has changed a little bit.
Okay.
A little.
Okay.
I think his infatuation is misguided, obviously. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it gets worse. Fuck, no, storytelling dictates that it does get worse for Feyre. Damn it. Like, damn. That's not a good thing to say.
So we have to move into the next book to see what happens next.
Move into the next book.
Mm-hmm. We get to move into it to see where we are. But now that we have finished the second one, I am going to need to know your overall thoughts, your rating of this book.
Okay, so I don't have your super special star rating.
Don't have to do that.
This book, pretty good. Had a good time. Got better at the end, especially in the third act. Okay? Mm-hmm. This book was better most of the time, and then got even better. I had a little sloppy at the end. A little sloppy.
Just because it so much happened so quickly.
It's just sloppy. Like we said in the last one, I was like, I could have used a deep breath a few times. And it wasn't so obvious that they were just telling us what the plot was. Just do the plot. It's okay. But outside of that, star rating. Out of like 5?
Out of 5.
I don't see a lot of flaws. I would say like a 4.4 out of 5. 4.3 out of 5.
So, okay, compared to the other books that you have read.
That's not many books.
But that's what I'm saying. Compared to other books that you have read, where
I think these two books are pretty even. Andy Weir's Project Hail Mary and this book are pretty even in my enjoyment. This book is phenomenal, and the storytelling is incredible. And there's only a couple. There's a whole lot less characters than what's being dictated here, and you do have a lot of characters to kind of portray, mine out, have the idioms that they have, all the weird stuff, but I think they're about the same. So I'd say this one was my favorite book I had read up until I read this one. And the Murderbot books are pretty good, but
so time out. Did you just say that is your favorite book you've ever read now?
It was up to they're about equal.
So Court of Mist and Fury is one of the favorite books you've ever read.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. But I'm enjoying it because we get to hang out and talk about it. So
I know, but that's my point. I'm excited about it because you read it's like one of your favorite books now.
but this one was for sure my number one for a long time. This one, there's a movie coming out March 20th. Star Ryan Gosling, and it's really good. And then if we wanted to talk about these books, the Project Hail Mary ones, I think the second book is probably the best one that I've read, and there's 7 of them. I think the second one. Excellent. I need to start reading. Excellent.
That was that you said that it was among your
now
2 favorites.
Now, yeah, and I don't give them perfect stars because there's just things that I would be like, yeah. These are,
not gonna lie, ACOMAF is a 5-star read for me. So,
do you like it better than this one? I don't care. I mean, I'm gonna read it. It's not gonna stop.
They're both 5-star reads for me. So okay. The second 2 are the best.
But let me be very frank with you. Like, my catalog includes like stuff like The Hobbit, which sucks.
So you hate The Hobbit. We already know that.
Fucking Hobbit sucks.
I mean, I don't think so. We just know that's your opinion, but yeah.
It's just not good. Like, it doesn't just suck. It's also not good. But I read the Harry Potter books, and I think the 3rd book and the 5th book are my favorite of that series. Maybe the last one, but the 3rd one for sure. And then Alfonso Cuarón killed that movie. I mean, the movie is even better, which is so fun when that happens. And then on top of that, I read some John Grisham books, 2 or 3 of those. Pretty forgettable, not gonna lie. But I did read them. And then what else do I have? I got one more. Oh, I read some like acting books or whatever, but my opinion is not wrong. We're gonna come back to this. And then we're gonna who's one of the toxic masculinity dudes who wrote a book. Oh, I read 2 books actually. One, he's like, stay hard. That guy. Okay. It's a toxic masculinity guy who was a Navy SEAL who used to be fat and got skinny and blah, 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 blah. You get to the end of the book, you're like, oh, right. This is kind of gross. This guy has a lot of trauma. A lot of he's like a gym bro book guy. I don't know how to describe it to you. I don't think you'd like it.
No, I definitely won't be reading that.
And then I read another book over there about a guy who talks about all of his drinking stories and him sleeping with women, and they're all short stories. And they're all pretty funny until you get to the end and it gets kind of gross. But he talks about going to Asheville and hooking up with Asheville lady, and they go into Clarendon, which is out here in Arlington, and hooking up with Arlington ladies and all the moves that he pulled on them and everything. And I don't know. That's kind of disgusting. It was kind of funny. Yeah. To be honest with you, rattle off every book he's read in less than 5 minutes. Buddy, It's not that hard when you start reading so late in your life. So I didn't read a book I didn't finish or read a book in middle school, high school, or college. And I first read my first book in my late 20s, I think. So yeah.
Well, and so many of those were within the last year too.
Yeah. About half
your reading has exponentially increased over the last year.
About half of them. So thanks to practice reading and understanding my ADHD, reading is now a little bit more fun because I understand it. No, The Hobbit sucks. And the reason The Hobbit sucks is because dwarves suck. And specifically fantasy dwarves. Fantasy dwarves are the worst. They're about as useful as wet paper bags. Thank you, Liz. They're about as useful as wet paper bags. And I know this because I carried groceries home from the TJs. It's like a block and a half in the rain. And ironically, the bags held all the groceries, which is kind of cool. But regardless, now dwarves are more useless than wet paper bags. I actually like Gandalf less in that book than I do in the movies. He's kind of horrible. I'm just, ugh. The best scene in the book is the scene with Gollum at the bottom of the mountain.
Mhm.
I think that is by far the best scene. It's
It
really,
is the
really
best
good.
scene. What has it got in his pocket seas?
Yeah,
That is the best scene.
it's the
That
best
is
scene for
the
sure.
only correct opinion you've said about The Hobbit.
I don't understand why people are like, fantasy dwarves are so cool. And I'm like, they got beat by 3 trolls. Like, what are we doing? Legolas would have destroyed those three clowns. Like,
But
fantasy elves are way better. Fantasy humans, way better. Ugh, fantasy dwarves. Stop being useless. Anywho, I played a lot of World of Warcraft. I know. Okay. I'm just telling you, I know.
Okay.
All right. So Riddles in the Dark is the best scene. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the best scenes I've ever read or seen. Even in the movie, it's pretty good. Actually, it should be darker in the movie. That was my one complaint about that movie also, was like, there's too much light in this scene. Like, it should be near dark.
My one complaint, if we're going to get into it, because we're already into it, my one complaint about the movie is that it's 3 movies when the book is this thick.
It's like 275 pages.
But it's 3 movies. No. Stop it with your wicked bullshit. Where no, the musical is 2.5 hours. We don't need 2.5 hour movies. That's not how it works.
I think
same way with Hobbit. We don't need 3 movies, and if you're going to do that, then you should have made Lord of the Rings the series that is like this big. Should have been.
My hot take is that Two Towers is the best movie. So a lot of people don't agree with me. I think Two Towers is my favorite movie. The first movie is probably the best movie technically. And I agree with you about The Hobbit. Like, they took scenes from the Silmarillion and they did a bunch of stuff and whatever. It was fun. But yeah, we can wax poetically about this because this is some kitchen couch shit. This is what we do on the couch, actually. Like, when you're not around, this is the kind of shit we talk about. Not about reading books, because Hank and William don't read either. Shout out my parents. But they, my brother.
Jenny tried.
My brother speaks perfect Japanese. I don't.
Jenny is an educator. Like, don't throw her under the bus like that.
No, I didn't throw her under the bus. Listen, Absolute Weapon. Two Towers is the best book. Okay, yeah, there you go. It's really good. What section is next before we close out?
I actually haven't done my homework yet, so I haven't sectioned out the next book. So I don't know. I can't tell you. It's going to be like at least the first, like, probably couple chapters.
Yeah, I imagine 30 to 45 pages.
Yeah, probably. Less than 50. Right around 50. That's kind of how we do it. But I don't know. I'll have to let you know. And then we can like put it out on social or whatever.
All right.
But I didn't get done in time to be able to parse it out.
Liz and whomever else is in the chat. So maybe the other person, maybe that is Jenny, actually. What if you got
her name was Jessica?
No, Jessica's sitting over there.
Oh, sorry.
You guys want to see my dog?
You don't have a dog. My lord, I don't even know what this is going to be, y'all, to be honest. I don't. I'm a little worried because he, in fact, does not have a dog. Shout out, Liz.
So the toxic masculine guy is David Goggins. And then I also read a book called Unreasonable, which is a yellow book that's like a customer service book. This is my dog.
Okay.
His name is Jax.
This is not as bad as what I thought was about to happen, but okay, good.
You think I was just going to pull a hot dog out of a package and bring it in here and wave it around? Wouldn't it be pretty funny? I
had no idea what was going to happen. I was actually genuinely concerned.
This is Jax.
He doesn't actually have a dog, so I don't know what we're doing here.
This is Jax. Jax is hilarious. He usually sits over there. He protects my lightsaber. Behind Jessica, obviously. So.
God bless America.
Jax is going up on the wall.
Oh, cute.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that's it for me.
I think we did it.
We got to start Purple Book soon. A Court of Wings and Rin.
We call it ACOWAR.
We do.
Everyone, yes, ACOWAR.
Just turn to a random page and start reading.
No!
Chapter
Lucas!
52. We
Lucas!
waited
Lucas!
outside.
Lucas!
I'm not going to do that. I love doing that. It's hilarious to me.
I will end you, sir.
You know what? We're going to do it again.
No! Stop it! Stop! 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 Stop!
Black, is this year's pink?
Okay. I think we're good. I think we're done.
Thank you, Liz, for hanging out with us. Everybody else who joins, appreciate you. Check out everything that we have. She's a smut oracle. Check her out on the channel. Sure, her stuff's hilarious, and she does more than just this. Actually, she does other smutty things. She has a website. Google the Smut Oracle. You can do that.
And Liz also sometimes guest stars on my stuff as well. So if you ever want to know who our snarky commenter is,
yeah, hell yeah,
you can check her out on my channel.
Hell yeah. We've also got some other things going on this channel. That Margot Robbie movie, that Romantasy movie's coming out soon.
Wuthering Heights, yes.
Yeah, yes, it's coming out soon. We did a trailer. She and I did a trailer reaction for that, as well as a few other things. And then I don't know, we got other shit going on. So just check it out. And I think that's all for you. So,
and if you like this content, you should like and subscribe.
Thank you. And then we will see you next time. Later, taters.
Peace.